In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get rid of strep throat without antibiotics. So I'm going to share with you many different remedies to help heal a strep throat condition. The first one is mullein oil. Mullein oil is made up of lobelia and mullein, which is their herbs. The mullein breaks up congestion. It's very, very efficient, very effective. The lobelia is there to help guide the mullein where to go, where it needs to go in your body. So it comes in an oil form and you can rub it right on the throat, and it's really good to do hot and cold on the throat. That stimulates blood flow in the throat and it helps absorb that mullein and lobelia in. So you can rub just the oil on. You can even use an essential oil over that if you would like, or you can just use the oil on its own. So you could do a hot cloth with water on it and then a cold cloth back and forth, and that will help stimulate and heal the throat really quickly. The other thing is slippery elm. If you've never heard of that, it comes from tree bark and you can get it in a powder form. It's hard to mix up the powder, so you just want to be patient and stir, add a little more water if you need to, and add some cinnamon. Both of those are really healing for the throat. It helps with the irritation and the pain. So you can stir that up, and you can even add a little bit of pure maple syrup or raw honey to make it taste a little bit better. It really isn't bad. It's a really mild drink, and you can do spoonfuls or you can drink the whole cup, and those are very, very beneficial for your throat. There's many different remedies that you can use, and I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 of them in this video, but you don't want to use all of them. You don't need to use all of them. Usually I'll pick 2 or 3 just depending on what I feel that we need during that time and in that moment. During that illness. But usually the next time that there's an illness, I will pick, either I'll use the same ones or I'll kind of use some different ones. It's beneficial to use different remedies and mix it up with different sicknesses, or if you have strep throat, again, another time in the year to try some of the different. It's definitely not harmful and it's still beneficial to use the same ones, but you will get a really great benefit with choosing a different remedy. Your body, just like a regular antibiotic, can there's not as much of a reaction when you use it too much, and so it's helpful if you feel like you're using a remedy and you're not getting the results that you got last time, choose some different ones. So here's 2 more remedies on how you can get rid of strep throat, and you can heal really quickly. It's amazing how within 1 or 2 days you feel a huge difference. So this first one, we're going to make a drink, and it actually really tastes good because we use a lot of lemon. So you're going to put a whole lemon in. You want to peel it so that you leave some of the white on, because that's really good for you. You're going to pour about 3 cups of water, and I use distilled water. Make sure it's purified at least. You don't want to use tap water. Of course, if you have nothing else, tap water will be good, but if you can, you want to use distilled or purified. And then you want to sweeten it with honey, and you can just choose how much you want to put in. So I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons, and then we have some cloves of garlic. You don't even need to cut them up. You don't have to take the peels off. It's going to blend right in. So we have the water, we have a whole lemon, 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, and then some honey. So it blends up really nice and smooth, and pour it in a cup, and it really tastes like lemonade, but it's a immune system booster, fights infection, and makes you feel better. Then we have, this is like a cayenne paste that you make, and it really is a replacer for, it's a natural antibiotic. So you want cayenne pepper, again, garlic, and honey. So you'll do 1 or 2 tablespoons of honey. And really you could just, for this serving right here, you do 1 tablespoon. And then if you're going to do a large amount, you'll do like 1/4 a cup or 1/2 a cup, and do quite a few cloves of garlic. 3 or 4 or 5 or even more, but at least 2 or 3 for this. We'll just do 1 for this small serving right here. And you do want to crush it or cut it up really fine. So I have it right here in my garlic press. And then you'll want to do 1/4 teaspoon to a whole teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And then I've got a spoon right here. and stir it up, and I am going to eat it. So I'm going to smell like garlic. But what happens is you've got the garlic, which is the natural antibiotic, and then the honey also boosts your immune system, very nutritive, high in vitamin C and other vitamins that your body needs as you're healing. And the honey and then the cayenne, should go to cayenne, it helps the flow of your blood flow. So it carries out the germs and it brings nutrition to your throat, the nutrients that you need so you heal faster. So the honey will hold the garlic and the cayenne on the back of your throat, so it can be more effective. So after you take a bite of this, you don't want to drink for at least 20 minutes so that it can sit there on your throat. The cayenne, surprisingly, will burn at first, but surprisingly it numbs the area so it feels better. So again, my kids take this. They know how fast it makes them feel better, but they jump up and down usually and run around the house for about 10 seconds. So I'm going to show you how brave an adult can be to take this. My husband isn't very brave when he takes this, but he'll take it when he knows he needs it. So I actually think it tastes good. It reminds me of some candy from Mexico that I've had before that tastes good, but it's getting hot. So here is your garlic lemon juice. It sounds worse than it really is, so you can always sweeten it more if you feel like it needs some more sweetness, but it really does surprisingly taste pretty good. It's pretty yummy. You want to make sure that the honey that you're using is raw honey. So the conventional honey that you'll find in a regular grocery store, it has been heated, so most of the nutrients are gone, and that's why we're using honey, is because of the nutrient value. So make sure you seek out some raw honey. Usually you can find it in many places locally, usually in your Whole Foods, any Whole Foods store, and if you Google it, a lot of times you can find some people within the neighborhood or within the city that has beehives in their backyard that are selling it. So another way to boost your immune system and fight the infection naturally but extremely effectively is golden seal and echinacea. These are two herbal remedies, and in combination they're extremely powerful. They come in a capsule or in a liquid form, and I recommend taking it every hour or even every half hour if someone is really sick. It can't hurt you, it just boosts your body and empowers your body to fight that infection. So you can take it every hour, and then you would take it as like a regular antibiotic. Normally you're on an antibiotic from your doctor for 10 days. So even when you feel better, I would recommend continuing to take that at least 3 times a day. I definitely have to mention the power of attention and those healing hands and time with someone taking care of you or you taking care of your child. So if one of your children has strep throat, truly the most powerful remedy is your time, sitting next to them, rubbing their back, rubbing their feet, just being with them and being by them, holding them. That is very, very powerful and healing. Several years ago, my husband was training for a full marathon. Well, when it came to the night before, he was really sick. But of course, he had been training all of this time, so he decided to go ahead and run the marathon anyway. By the time he got home, he was really sick. His throat hurt so bad. He knew he had strep throat. Went and got in bed with a fever, and when I went up to check on him, he was saying really weird things, and his fever was so bad. So we went to the emergency room, and we gave him some stuff to help him feel better, got him on an antibiotic. When we got home, I decided, hey, I'm going to use my remedies that I know about. So we made the lemon and garlic and honey drink. I had him take the honey, garlic, cayenne mixture and rubbed oils on him and hot and cold cloth, and he slept so good through the night. In the morning, he felt so good that he wanted to go to work. The emergency room doctor was so worried about him that he hadn't seen a case this bad, so he wanted to see him immediately in the morning. But my husband decided he was getting ready for work. Of course, I made him stay home, but these remedies are so fast acting. They build the immune system and they help you feel better right away. I hope this has helped you recognize the power of the body, and I hope you'll try it out. Be sure to leave your comments below if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe.